Welcome back to BFF, Books, Fix, and Friendship, where chaos leads, plot twists follow. I'm Kel.
I'm Meg.
I'm Kiara.
Yes!
Yay!
Yay! Okay, and today we're going to be doing some subjective Guess Who games. Maas-verse and HP universe themed.
Woohoo!
Of course. So
At 11 o'clock at night, and this is going to be fun.
yeah, this is going to be great. It's going to be fun.
It's just really funny that we were talking about, like, missing sleepovers and stuff earlier, and, like, now we're playing, like, a sleepover type game.
I know. Yeah. It is pretty fun.
Yeah.
I actually never played Guess Who until I was an adult.
Really?
And I've only played it once, so...
What?
Yeah, I'll need a refresher as we go. It's okay, I'll learn as we go.
Okay, well, I'll just do a rundown in case there's other sheltered kids who have also never played Guess Who.
Or who haven't played Guess Who in forever, or maybe played it with, like, really weird rules, like with Uno, you know, like Uno, you like, end up having really weird rules. Oh my gosh.
Well, this one is kind of like our own house rules, right? So I'll put image up on the screen so you guys can see what we're working with as far as the characters that we're picking from. But there's 24 characters, and there's fan art images of all of them plus their names. So we will each pick one person out of that 24 as our person that the other two need to guess. And then because we're doing subjective Guess Who, normally the game is like, is your person wearing a hat? And then you get like yes or no. And then you put down all the people that aren't wearing a hat, right? Mm-hmm. But because it's subjective, it's going to be like, do you think this person would step on my neck and enjoy it? Okay. Like type things. So it'll be pretty fun. And then we have to, like, based on your answer, be like, okay, I think this person would, or I think this person wouldn't type thing. And we may be completely off base because we might have differing opinions on that. So it's kind of what makes it fun.
This is going to be fun.
All right, we'll start with the Maas-verse edition first because it's very fitting. And I'll give you guys a second to, like, pick your person. And once you do, you can be like, all right.
I just have to get logged back in on my laptop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And so we're each picking a person from the Maas-verse template?
Yeah, just pick one person from the Maas-verse template right now.
Okay.
And don't tell us.
Say it out loud.
Okay.
Okay, I've picked my person. I had to think through it and be like,
Yeah, I've got like 3 that I'm trying to
pick between.
Yeah. Okay.
And Kara, you've got yours? Yeah, okay.
She was the first
who wants
one.
to ask the first question?
Kiara can.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay. So I'm asking the first question?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you can ask either me or Meg, and then you'll ask, and then we'll respond in like, if you ask me, Meg will also put down characters based on what your question is and my answer, if that makes sense.
Okay. So, does your person have dark hair?
Yes.
Okay. So, do we mark them off or anything?
Yeah. That's yours to, like, mark up free as you want and, like, do what you need to do with it, right?
So the one that I labeled for you.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Oh, now
Once
I
you
have
guys
to
are
ask
done,
Meg
Meg. No. You just do one, and then Meg can do one, and then I'll do one.
All right, so we're marking off people who don't have dark hair, correct? Okay, that's a lot. Jesus.
Surprising. I know. She picked a big one from the start.
Kira, don't forget to utilize the copy and paste. Hey, that was a big one. Okay.
Are you good, Meg? No, you're okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I'm trying to let Kira go and get all this done because it took me a minute.
Yeah, it takes a second. Yeah.
Especially with that many.
I think it's like pretty 50-50 about light hair and dark hair. Okay. I tried to make it that way at least.
I'm ready.
Okay. You want me to go, Kel? Okay. Kiera. So can we ask questions like specific, like series,
Mm,
or no?
you could.
Oh, that would be fun,
The way that I'm trying to think of it. Okay, so like I'll give you an example of my question type thing.
okay, so you
I'd
can
say,
go and then I'll go.
So I'd say, Meg, would your character be identified as a cinnamon roll?
Okay.
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 Like,
Makes
kind of
sense.
like things that aren't like specific
Yeah.
appearance wise, but
Okay.
like are just kind of vibes of the character.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, so would your character identify as a cinnamon roll?
No.
No. Ooh, okay. Please hold. It's so much harder on your phone, actually. Okay, I'm giving this up. I'm going onto my laptop.
Like I need to have like bingo chips ready to go.
I know.
Okay, this actually does not get rid of that many people, I fear. Do that one, and we'll do that one. Okay, now Meg, it's your turn.
Okay, Kiera, would your character identify as more of a grumpy?
Yes.
A grumpy to the sunshine, some would say.
Yes.
Okay, you said yes.
She did.
Okay.
This is going to be really interesting just to see who gets what wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it's so subjective, like we can all have wildly different opinions on that stuff, which is the fun part of it, right? Like, okay, I feel like this like took out a lot for me.
Same.
Because like there's ones that I wouldn't classify as a cinnamon roll that are like definitely not grumpy, you know?
Yeah.
So Kiera, it's your turn again.
Okay. Asking you. Let's see. Would your character be described? Well, am I allowed to say cuss words?
Yeah.
Okay. So, would they be described as like a badass motherfucker? You know? Would I get that tag?
From the information that I know so far, no.
Okay, so that narrows. I know what you have and haven't read.
You said no, right?
I said no. Yes.
Okay. Just double checking. Hey, that'll
Kiera, would your character fall under the I can fix them umbrella?
Maybe.
That does not help.
not help.
I mean, it helps a little bit in that I can like take off some people, but like okay. Cross off people. So, but I think it makes it like really funny if you know who it is, and then like you see us like on the first question like knock them out.
Yeah. Okay.
It'd be so funny, actually. Okay, I think I'm good. So, Meg, it's your turn.
Okay, hold on. I'm still taking people out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is really hard.
It is.
So, Kellen, does your character fall under the cinnamon roll?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, Meg, would your character bully me as a way of flirting?
Bully, yes. Flirting, no.
Okay, that does actually help a lot. There's so many. Hold on. Please hold. Okay. I think it's Meg's turn.
My turn? I just asked you. Is it not Kiera's turn?
You asked
Because I asked you if yours was... No, I asked Kel. I asked if hers was...
I asked you.
And then you asked me if mine was...
Okay, it is Kiera's turn. Yeah, my bad.
And then
Sorry.
who am I asking?
Either one of us,
Okay.
whoever you want.
Okay. Meg, is your character... I'm trying to figure out how to word this. I so badly like want to just like ask the simple like feature type questions.
Yeah.
It's so hard to go with like the more creative ones. I don't know, then I don't want to go too far either. Hmm.
Go too far. It's okay.
Okay. Let's see.
As Palpatine would say, do it.
Would your character masturbate to the sight of men crying?
That is great. Oh my god. Oh, I love this.
I really have to think about that.
I mean, there's a few on here, I feel.
Oh, for sure. I feel like I know exactly which ones you're thinking about too. Yeah? Okay, but it was like a hesitant yeah. So I know it's definitely not.
Okay.
Well, I'm less confident in that.
Hmm.
I feel like because you had to think about it, like,
It wasn't an instant yeah, so I feel like that does knock a
Yeah.
couple people off for me.
yeah, right.
I'm also having to think back on a lot of these people too, like in all of this.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
the question part is really, really hard. And because we have been reading, like I've been having to like
Okay.
Whose turn would it be now?
I'll go.
Okay.
So, Kira, if your person went to Starbucks and the barista got their order wrong, would they, like, throw a hissy fit in Starbucks?
Yes.
Okay. Crossed a couple people off for me. I'm down to almost the same amount of, like, guesses for both of you guys, which is nice.
I'm getting there. Let's see. So for Kel, we've figured out that yours is not a cinnamon roll. And I forgot what the other questions were. I'm trying to keep track of all that.
Dark-haired.
Dark-haired, not a cinnamon roll.
Not a cinnamon roll. And not a badass motherfucker so far. I will just say, it'll be really funny if some of us picked the same person.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
said they're not a cinnamon roll?
No.
Okay. If your character, Kel, had one shot to make the best first impression on a first date, would they... how do I want to word this?
I feel like I know who Centers is.
You can guess if you think you know it.
Go for it. If you want to guess, go for it.
I'm guessing Caltane.
Yes.
Good
Good job. Yeah.
Mine was honestly between Caltane and Gavin, just because
yeah.
we don't know a lot about Gavin either. So like they were my two, because I don't put Gavin as having dark hair because his looks kind of like reddish, and I don't count red hair as dark.
Yeah. Caltane was mine.
The only three people I had left were Gavin, Nehemia, and Caltane. And
oh yeah, and you said not a cinnamon roll, so you're like not Nehemia.
yeah.
No.
Yeah. You guys really got me right away with the like dark hair.
Yeah,
like,
sorry.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, so we're still trying to guess Meg's and Kiera's.
Yes.
Meg, it's your turn, so you can ask
Okay, yeah. I'll
Kiera.
ask Kiera. Okay, what do we have for Kiera so far?
So we have, they could fall under the I can fix them umbrella. If a barista got their order wrong in Starbucks, they would throw a hissy fit right then and there. They are not a cinnamon roll. And I thought there was one more.
Your memory is just astounding. I didn't remember any of those questions.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we've only done like 3 around.
I don't know. Okay. So not a cinnamon roll with...
Oh, they would identify as grumpy.
Okay, yeah.
Identify as grumpy.
That's what it was.
Cinnamon roll. Would throw a hissy fit if the barista got their order wrong, and
I
falls
can
under
fix
the I can
them.
fix them umbrella. Okay.
But it was like a hesitant, like it was a they can. It wasn't like a yeah. So this makes me think that this is like a hated character.
You know, I reject my statement. Yeah, they could be.
Okay.
You can't even see that. You're like, yeah, they can be. Not, yeah, they are. I will fix them.
Okay. So they're not a cinnamon roll and they're not a they are a grumpy or they're not a grumpy?
They are a grumpy.
They are a grumpy.
They're a grumpy, moldy cinnamon roll throwing drinks in
Wait.
people's faces in Starbucks.
I feel like I have it narrowed down to 2 guesses. I mean, right now I have it narrowed down to 5, but based on what you just said,
I know. I'm trying not to cross any lines, but like based off of that, like there are so many lines that I could cross with the question, but I don't want it to be like trigger warning-ish. So like
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to
phrase it.
Okay. Okay, Kira, would your character make us pick the bear? Make women pick the bear?
No.
Not the people that I thought it was.
Me neither. But that helped.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like I have a guess.
Go for it.
Kira, is yours Tamlin?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. Then I think I know why she answered the way she did. I think it's Kira's turn.
Okay. And then I'm asking Meg.
Yeah, because you guys already guessed mine.
Okay. So yours, what were all yours?
Meg's was... Oh, go ahead.
No.
Meg's was not a cinnamon roll. Would bully you, but not flirting. Would masturbate to men crying, but a hesitant yes.
Okay. I was about to ask if your character has a traumatic backstory, but I don't think a single one of these motherfuckers does.
Yeah.
I mean, to not have spoilers, there are a couple that don't have super tragic backstories from what we know so far.
Me, who knows everything. Okay, so sorry guys, I'm thinking.
You're fine.
I'm going to ask a semi-open-ended question, would they be like subordinate or dominant?
Oh, okay. Yes, because that's still like a choice. So like.
Okay. All right, Meg, would your character be subordinate or dominant? Or switch? I don't know.
Dominant.
Also, why is this fan art of the bone carver like really hot?
I had the options that I had was like a literal child.
Yeah.
Or this one where they did it as like an Illyrian warrior. So I was like, okay.
That one. I picked that one.
Okay, I think it's my turn. The hard part is like I don't remember enough about one of these characters to like really differentiate between them. But I have it narrowed down to 2.
For me or Meg?
For you. Meg is down to 3. But I have like
I guess for Meg for 3 rounds now. So
I know, I'm hesitant too, but I don't know.
Between 2 people.
Okay. Kiera, would you say that your character is just misunderstood?
I feel like we're falling back into what we were just saying about the tragic backstories. I feel like they're all just misunderstood in a way.
You're asking a Hufflepuff who sees the good in everyone.
I know. That is true. Well, no, okay, this does really help me because there's one where, there is absolutely no fucking good you can see in this person. And if you do, Kira, we might need to get you more therapy because, girl.
I don't need therapy. I have ChatGPT.
This is true. We just figured this out.
I think most people would say. What was the question again?
Are they just misunderstood?
I think most people would say no.
That answer didn't help me, but if you had said yes, then I would have known exactly who. All right. Meg, it's your turn.
Goodness.
Be moldy, seminal.
Drinks at baristas.
I know.
And I forgot. Oh, would not make us choose the bear?
Would not make you choose the
No.
bear, but not Tamlin also.
Not someone.
And could fall under the fix them. I can fix them umbrella. Can I just do a shot in the dark and ask?
Go
'Cause
for it.
honestly, it'd be really funny if both of my options are wrong. Is it Amarantha?
It's not.
Okay, then my other person is Ianthe.
Yeah, that was about to be my guess.
No.
No! Okay, I went wrong somewhere.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh no. Meg, do you have more people?
Is it Lucian?
Do you guys want to ask like a characteristic type question and try to narrow it down?
Well, technically all of mine are narrowed down, so now I have to like open it back up.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. So they're not a cinnamon roll, right?
Not a cinnamon roll.
Throwing drinks at baristas.
We don't choose the bear.
Surprisingly,
I thought,
it's
like, your
part of
little-
the women's rights.
I thought your like trick there was gonna be like that it was a woman and not a man because the question is like man or bear, and you're like no.
No, I would still
Still
pick the
commits
bear
war
over
crime.
Ianthe and Amarantha.
Yeah, I know.
And quite frankly, depending on what day, even Amarin.
Yeah, not choose the bear, not Tam, Anthe, Amarantha, or Lucian. And what was the other one that we asked?
Fix them, umbrella.
Oh, yeah, okay, could.
But listen, that one's very
Okay,
subjective.
wait.
Might be throwing you guys off.
Are these answers like that we would know like so far? Like, is there context that we're missing that you have?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah. The only one that might be, I don't know. I'm worried the bear question might be throwing you guys off. When you say that, I'm thinking like good person.
Yeah. Like, okay.
In that
Yeah,
regard.
so like Duke Parrington, I would pick the bear.
Okay.
The king,
Okay.
I'm picking the bear. You know,
I see what
like,
you're
yeah.
saying. Okay.
But like Rhysand, I'm not picking the bear.
Never.
Even Tamlin, like Tamlin's shitty, but he's not that shitty. You know what I mean?
Okay. I think I was thinking of it more like they were like gonna maybe like save you from that situation. Like,
Oh,
you know,
no.
like would they lead you down like that path or not?
No. But I need the gif of like the math, you know, like across.
That will be an overlay, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know.
Okay, so wait, does that change your answer to that question?
No.
No. Okay, so still not picking the bear over this person. But they're not a cinnamon roll. They're just
There might be
okay.
a little bit of context in this thing, maybe,
Hmm.
for the bear question. I feel like you guys would like a hint or something.
Well, so
What
the part
half
that's
of
like
it it's on?
the part that's throwing me off is that they fall under the I could fix them.
But they're
But
not.
like
In a funny
but they're
way.
not a cinnamon roll. They're not a cinnamon roll, and also like you wouldn't pick the bear. So it's not like they're so awful that maybe they could fall under the I could fix them if you're really fucked up and you're really trying to fix some people. Also, I say that with love, guys. Like,
Everybody's fucked up in
or-
their own way. They
Yeah,
find
exactly,
that person
right?
worth
Like-
it, basically, is what we mean.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure that there are people out there who believe that they could fix Duke Parrington. I am, however, not one of those people, okay?
No. Not me.
But I'm sure that there are people out there who are like, I could fix him. Like, there are. Okay. I need to come back to fairies. So, I need to go to Meg's, and hopefully I haven't fucked up Meg's. Okay, Meg, would your character... I'm trying to think of how how to word this. Okay, they would bully me, but not as flirting.
I think I know who.
Oh, you can guess.
Yeah, go for
You
it.
sure?
If you think
You
you
want
know.
to keep guessing?
Yeah.
Amryn? Okay.
I had her marked off because I think there was another question that I marked her off from. But she was definitely on my, she would bully me, but not as flirting.
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to think of questions that, like, would narrow this down, but not, like, super, super specific. And also, like, still kind of along the lines of what we need. I don't know. This is so hard. Okay, there's, like, hold on. I have to find, like, the quotes. Would your character resonate with the quote, "It's better to be feared than loved"?
I feel like that's super specific.
It is.
Very super specific quote.
I mean, it's not a, it's like a philosophy.
It's not something
of,
they
of,
said.
Like,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, it's not something they said. It's,
No, I know.
Machiavelli, I think that's who it is. Talking about, like, rulers.
Trying to be feared.
As in, like, if they were to lead a group of people, would they rather, like, rule by making everyone so terrified of crossing them? Or would they rather be, like, beloved by their people for, like, I don't know, all of the good that they've brought and, like, stuff like that?
Yes.
Yes, they would.
Yes.
Okay.
So, like, rather be feared or loved?
They'd rather be feared.
Okay. Can I make another guess for mine?
Sure.
Nesta?
Okay, wait, can I make a guess for Meg's? Is yours Amarantha?
Nope.
Fuck. I feel like I have yours wrong too, because I'm down to just Ianthe now.
It's not her either.
Fuck. Okay. Hold on. They'd rather be feared than loved. So that gives back you.
Kira, do you have another guess?
Selena?
I did have, like, my last three. It was Selena, Ianthe, and Amarantha. Meg, would your character star in the nightmares of children?
Yes.
Okay. That gives me some more options that I had previously taken out.
Is it a bone carver?
No.
Is it Baba Yellowlegs?
No.
Damn it. Is it the cereal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah!
Okay, I wouldn't say. I guess I feel like the cereal isn't, like, I don't know, that, like, deep.
I don't know when I marked them off, but I marked them off for some reason.
I marked him off, like, way early.
One that I think made you guys kind of hesitate was when Kira asked me if they would masturbate to men crying.
Yes.
That's why I was hesitant. That's why I was hesitant because, like,
Okay.
eventually, yeah, I feel like it would just get to that point because they stopped putting up with bullshit after a while. So
Yeah. Okay, now to work on Kira's, and I have no
Yeah.
idea, like, where to go.
okay. Hold on. What do we have so far? You wrote it down, Kel. Not a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
They are grumpy. They're throwing drinks at baristas. They fall under They can fix them umbrella.
Is it kale?
No.
Okay. I would be really mad if it was, actually. Okay. So far we have it.
I'm gonna say that I can fix them as in like in a crazy fucked up way. I will say that.
Okay. You could fix them, but they're not making you pick the bear.
And it's not Lucian. And it's
It's
not
not
Tampon.
Lucian. It's not Tampon. It's not Ianthe. It's not Amarantha. But she did say that there might be, like, context missing, so maybe that's thrown with glad.
I don't know.
They're throwing drinks at baristas?
Okay, they're drinks at baristas. They're grumpy. Not a cinnamon roll. Falls under They can fix them umbrella in a crazy fucked up way.
Is grumpy. Not gonna choose the bear.
Okay,
Throwing
hold on.
drinks. Is it Amryn at this point? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, god.
Okay, it's gotta be like the Duke or the King. I cannot think of anyone else. I should have put
Is
the
it
Midgard
Asriel?
worm on here.
Not Azrael.
I was gonna say it should
I'm
not
just
be.
gonna start like naming people off.
I know, like I feel like that's at the point that we're at, right?
Wait, hold on. Is it
Do you
Elaine?
want... No. Do you want
Damn
male or
it.
female?
No.
No, I don't give up. Mama didn't raise no bitch. Okay, wait. Meg, let's just walk through this, okay? So, obviously, cinnamon roll is Nehemia. So, it's not
Tamlin,
Nehemia.
Not Nehemia. It's not Lucian.
Yeah, hold
Not
on, I'm like-
Amarin.
If you guys say it, do you want me to stop you?
No.
It's not Amarantha.
Nope.
Okay.
And it's not Ianthe.
Yeah, so I'm like removing all of my things so that way
Yeah, I
can
just did that. I literally just like shifted and just clicked all of them.
I know. Okay, so we said it's not Tam Tam. Okay, it's not Amarantha. It's not Azriel. We found out.
It's not Elaine.
It's not Elaine. Not that one. So the ones we know for sure it's not. It's like Elaine, Ianthe, Amarin, Amarantha, Tamlin,
Nehemia,
Azriel, and Nehemia.
and Lucian.
For sure. And Lucian. True. You did ask about Lucian.
Wait, hold on. Is yours Yellow Legs?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Fuck. I'm choosing the bear over Yellow Legs? Are you shitting me?
That's right. She said that there was context missing.
Choosing the bear over Yellow Legs. Oh my god.
Listen, she's a girl's girl.
I don't feel like she is, but
I don't. We have yet to see that. I'm hesitant.
we will report back on that statement.
Oh
In
my
Probably
gosh.
like 8 episodes. Don't ask me what made me ask. No, what made me ask that? She said old and moldy.
Yes, she did. Which I thought
I don't
was
know.
like in reference to Duke Parrington. So after
See,
she
I
said
went like
that,
Duke and King with it, but then I also started thinking, okay, maybe it is Tamlin. Like, and like, because you can say old and
Yeah.
moldy because technically, like, the Fae, they're like 500 years old, so like,
Yeah,
they
okay.
fell into that.
so she said
So, like,
old and moldy,
maybe-
and I
So,
was like Duke and the King, and then I asked about. You asked about the bear, and she said no, and I was like, well, I'm definitely picking the bear over the Duke and King, so it's not them. And I thought, okay, maybe Tamlin, because like Tamlin's not that level, right?
That's what I was saying. Like in my head, it was like, I don't know. Like, would they? I don't know. Like, would they condone that type thing? Is what I had like in my.
No.
No.
Just like, okay, so
I
what
think I
Meg
get
and
it now.
meant- yeah, like, would you choose to be alone in the woods with this person or a bear?
Okay.
I'm picking the bear. Like, fuck.
And that was the easiest way that I could like ask that question without like being
Yeah.
too trigger warning-y.
Yeah.
Because I don't like, because it's a game and like obviously it's like innocent, but like I don't want to trigger people that listen to this because I know
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I can. So
Okay, are you ready to do this again for the Harry Potter edition?
that was going to be easier.
I feel like, yeah, we have like more context about them all, and like it's a little bit easier
Yeah.
to be on the same page.
Now I do have one question when it comes to this.
Mhm.
Do fanfic questions count?
Such as?
7. Is number 7 important? Like,
Maybe. Yeah.
like, do you know who I'm referencing whenever I ask that?
I did not.
Blaze. Because his mom has had 7 husbands and...
Oh, true.
Like,
But
something
that's
like
also
that.
canon, isn't it? That's canon.
I
Yeah.
don't know if it's canon or not. I know it's
is.
I know it's in
It
fanfic.
is.
So I see it more in fanfic than I remember it being in the book.
Yeah.
It's canon
mentioned.
for sure.
Okay.
Okay, but yes, that would be fine. But like, it still needs to be like a yes or no or like a choice, right? Like,
Yeah.
just make
Like,
sure.
are they grumpy or are they cinnamon roll? Like, are they golden retriever or...
Yeah. So, let me know when everybody's got their person.
Also, I like the picture you got for Voldy.
Oh, that's Crimsy.
I love Crimsy.
I know that because Grayana shared it. It's on
Ooh,
the
play
shared
that.
story. There's lots of good ones here. I like Remus.
I feel like anyone I pick is gonna be easy to weed out.
Yeah, because we know them all. That's why.
That's why I was asking about like fanfic questions because like you know what I mean? That can kind of like throw people off depending on if you've read it or not or how long ago you've read it.
Right, I've got mine.
I'm between people.
Same.
Okay.
I didn't pick the one I want to pick, so I figured everyone would think it too fast.
What's it, Cedric? I know, I have the same thing where I'm like, okay, I want to pick this person, but I can't pick this person, so who should I pick? But then I feel like all of them are like that.
Yeah.
Who did Sirius's picture? I like
Olive Rain. She did most of these. So Olive Rain did Sirius, she did Snape, she did it's a fic. Hold on. Let me pull up in the full picture.
Oh, they've got an
And I'll
otter
send it in
tattoo,
the-
so I'm assuming it's a Hermione.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I will send it in the Discord. And then I'll put it up on screen here for everybody else.
Okay.
Where are you? Here it is. I have not actually read the fic, but I want to because it looks very cute. It's very cute.
All his fan art is really cute. I love the Neville, I love the Pansy.
They're all they all look really good. Hagrid just looks
I
adorable.
love her.
Ron?
She's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
So Hagrid is not by Olive. Hagrid is by Ekaterina.
Okay.
But Theo, Charlie, Pansy, Neville, Ron, Ginny and Harry, Luna, Hermione, Snape, and Sirius are all Olives.
I can see a
And
lot of
then-
the same.
Yeah. Well, like I was like going through her Instagram to get all of these, and I like was scrolling through, and you can like really see the progression in her art, and I love, I love when you can see that. It's so nice. She does a lot. You know the pic that I have of I used to have it in the server of Hermione, Draco, and Crookshanks as like a little family portrait. That's her.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I love her stuff. As you can tell, she was the first person that I went to because I was like, oh, she's got a whole bunch. And then I like had to outsource some of these, but they're all credited on the side because
We give
credit
credit where
people's art
credit is
here. Yeah.
Always.
Okay, has everybody picked theirs?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I will go first because I have a really fun one that I want to ask. Kiera, would your person identify as a problem?
No.
No. Ooh, okay. Hold on, there's a lot. You said no, right? Okay. One more. Okay. Kiera, you can go next.
Okay. I'm gonna do Meg.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard not to like ask like basic questions.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Everything I think of, I'm like. Would your character ride dragons for fun?
No.
Hmm.
Like this doesn't help.
I mean, it might in that, like, she could be thinking of a specific fic that we know about.
Okay.
Why is this breaking my brain? So no, they wouldn't ride dragons for fun.
No, they wouldn't ride dragons for fun.
Therefore, okay, so like people like maybe like scared of
It's
them.
so late, that's why. Or like who are like super serious and don't have fun.
Yeah.
Right? She definitely would. 100%.
Mm,
Okay.
Mm,
They would not
they would not
ride
ride a dragon for fun. And we're talking about
Okay.
literal animal dragons here.
I know. Although the other one would be really fun. Just saying. Okay, that one. Okay. They would not. Hesitant. No.
So I'm working off
Maybe.
people that
No.
would.
Yeah, I'm going through and like I'm
That's
making
why
sure
I'm
the
like,
people that are
I knew I was like
the
missing
people
something.
the people that are left, I'm going through and making sure that I did that because I like crossed halfway. Like
Yeah.
I was like doing ones that wouldn't. So I'm making sure everyone that's open, I still think like would not ride a dragon for fun. Okay, I'll move that one. No, we'll just add because that person definitely would. Okay, I think I cut it down like half
Okay, Kel.
because I feel like there's a lot of people that would ride dragons for fun.
I agree.
There's a couple too that I'm like hesitant on. I like left them open, but I'm like, they could, they might.
It is really hard to think of questions, though. Like, I've been trying to think of a question the whole time you guys were doing that, and it's really, really hard.
Yeah.
Would your character, Kellen,
Every time you say Kellen, I think I'm in trouble.
at least I'm getting your attention.
True.
There's also probably that mom voice coming out in me. Sorry.
It is. It's specifically like the way that you say it. It's not just that you say Kellen. It's like you go to say Kel and then like you go to finish with Kellen, right? And so it's like Kellen. And I'm like, oh shit, what did I do?
You made this ridiculously hard game. That's what you did.
But it's fun.
I never said it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
All right, Kel. Would your character sing karaoke at a karaoke bar? Sober.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Sober. Keyword there.
Yes. Still yes.
Okay.
Or at least I feel like they would. Maybe there's differing opinion there.
Well, people who would absolutely not. But,
Ones I'm hesitant on, I'm making their transparency like real light
yeah, I started making them. I started putting them off to the side instead.
Yeah.
because it really does depend on the situation for that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because there are some fics where some definitely would, and then also there are some where they wouldn't, and then there's definitely the canon where they would not or they would.
Mm-hmm. I would say this person is probably pretty consistent throughout all of those different rounds. At least the way that I view them would be. There might be a couple. No, you can't have a guess already. Okay, Barry. Would your character cheat on an exam?
I don't think they would.
So I gotta cross off people that would.
It's really not that many for me.
Yeah, I have like a hesitant one, but I'm gonna leave it open for now. Okay, Kiara's turn.
Who should I ask?
Either one, whichever one you want to do.
I think she's mainly talking out loud to herself when she asks that.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I think she's like, oh, is it like a turn that I have to do?
Yeah. Would you say your character, Meg, would you say your character is very no nonsense?
More often than not.
That actually helped a lot, I feel like.
I feel like I've also got a solid guess for Knife Down.
This one's gonna go by so
So much
fast
faster.
compared to, like... Okay, Meg, it's your turn.
I know, I'm trying to think. Kellen, would your character want a niffler for a pet or a demiguise?
Please hold.
Demiguise, they go invisible. Nifflers like to steal shiny things. That's like the whole reason that Newt gets caught in the Fantastic Beasts movie.
I knew Nifflers. I didn't know Demiguise, but apparently Demiguise can make itself invisible and tell the future. Demiguise. Okay. Fairy, would you say your person would give really good hugs?
I'd say yes.
Okay, see, that doesn't... I mean, that kind of helps, but, like, not really. Because I really feel like there's only, like, a few that wouldn't give really good hugs.
Yeah, but it helps me knock out those few.
I'm hesitant and hesitant.
I know, I'm, like, nervous about this one. So... Okay. Alright, Kiara, I think it's your turn.
I don't know. I think we lost track of turns.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Chaos.
Hold on, can I guess yours? Is it Theo?
No.
Okay. Alright. Should we switch to someone
I feel
else, or
like-
should I ask a question?
You can ask a question. I don't care.
Either way, yeah.
I don't know. Does your character have more of a sunshine vibe than a grumpy one? Grumpy or sunshine?
Okay, no, this isn't gonna help you, but I wouldn't really say either.
Okay.
So they're what I would say is they're definitely not grumpy, but they're not, like, enough to be sunshine either, I feel like.
But they would enthusiastically sing karaoke.
I feel like they would. I have to, like, keep catching myself so I don't, like, accidentally say, like, the gendered pronouns either. I have to be like, no, I can't give it away. I feel like they would.
I will say that being extroverted does not necessarily mean that you're a sunshine.
Yes. So, definitely, if you're, like, if your question is introverted versus... No, it's not, Theo.
I know.
If your question is introverted versus extroverted, very extroverted.
Okay.
Is it my turn? I don't remember. Okay. Lord. Kiara, would your person willingly sleep in the Forbidden Forest for one night?
I think yes.
Okay.
Okay, I thought that helped me, but it didn't really help me that much. Is it like a blanket yes, or is it like you could see a scenario in which they would?
Yeah.
So it's a blanket.
The blank.
A blanket yes. Okay.
Well, no, like I could see a scenario where they would like.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That changes some of the ones I've blocked out. So hold on. Okay. No, not that one.
Yeah, that doesn't for me.
It does for me. Because I'm like, okay, I could see why some of them would. Okay.
The keyword was willingly.
Yeah, I mean, it could still be a scenario in which they would willingly do it.
making
I
sure
mean,
that
as soon as I
sometimes
thought
keyword-
about it, I imagined a scenario. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, because there's some where I'm like, yeah, they do it just 'cause.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they'd be like, yeah. And then there's some where I'm like, okay, it'd have to be like kind of a specific style or circumstance or something. Okay.
I want to say something, but I'll tell you after you guys figure out who it is.
Okay. Meg, if your character had the choice to come back as a ghost if/when they die, would they choose to?
Yes.
I feel like can I make a guess for Meg?
Yeah, you can.
Go for it.
Dumbledore?
No.
I do also have Dumbledore on my short list, Kiera. Okay, can I make a guess for Meg?
Go for it.
Is it Snape? I only have one person left, and I feel like it's not the right person. I feel like it's not the right
Okay,
person.
wait, okay, can I make a guess again?
Sure.
Yes.
Is it Lupin?
Okay, the person I have left is Voldemort. Is it Voldemort? Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's not right. Okay, wait. Oh, let's go over Meg's question. So
I forgot what they were.
would not ride a dragon for funsies. Obviously not Dumbledore, Snape,
Or Lupin.
Lupin, or Voldemort. serious more often than not? Or like you said
No nonsense.
no nonsense. Yeah, it's a little bit different than serious. No nonsense.
Correct.
What were the other?
I really think that was it.
Wait. Is it Hermione?
No.
Okay.
It's way too obvious.
Was it Blake?
I know. That's why I thought you were like.
Obviously, it's not way too obvious because y'all guessed Dumbledore and Snape and Lupin first. So, but no, it's not Hermione.
Okay, but you say that, but like, also, there's so many people who would ride dragons for fun. Like,
So the way I'm picturing that is, it's like it would be like their first or second idea to do for fun. You know what I mean? Like.
Like really want
no, I took that like if they had the opportunity to ride a dragon for fun.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, yeah, no. Like even if it was somebody suggesting it, like first, they wouldn't suggest it first or second, and they wouldn't do it. In my opinion.
Okay, hold on. I gotta take everybody off and like put them back on because I did something wrong. Okay, not Hermione, not Voldy, not Dumbledore, not Snape, and not Lupin. Okay. Then, more often than not, is no nonsense.
Is it McGonagall?
I know, we're just at this point where we're like, is it this one?
I've only got 2 people left on here.
Wait, who are they?
Neville and Blaze.
See, I felt like Blaze would ride a dragon for fun.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, I don't know. Once she said like they absolutely wouldn't, I was like,
like the people that I'm like, okay, they definitely would just ride it for fun. Obviously Charlie, because duh. Hagrid, 100%.
Yeah.
Fred and George,
100%.
obviously.
Serious?
Theo, yes. Sirius, yes. Tonks, yes. Bill, yes.
Cedric,
so like
he
those.
wrote through, he's awesome. But I still feel
Cedric,
like Cedric
I
would
had
do
as
it.
like hesitant. I feel like Luna would because Luna loves magical creatures.
Yeah.
100% she's going to. I have Ron as he would not. Draco was a like hesitant he would not because there's that fic where he's like scared of them. Blaze I felt like he would. Neville I thought was like no, he'd be hesitant. McGonagall hesitant. Ginny definitely would. 100% she would. And I also feel like Pansy could.
Is it Astoria?
Just like okay, wait,
What
we
the
said
fuck
it's not
haven't we
McGonagall.
said?
Is it Plant Daddy?
No.
Okay, so here's what I've got left. I got Pansy, I got Blaze, I got Draco, I got Ron, and I got Cedric.
Is there any other?
Am I at least in the ballpark, Meg? Or do I need to start over again? Yeah, that's who I have left as options.
You're in the ballpark.
Okay.
I feel like it wouldn't be Ron because he's not more serious often than not, right?
Yeah. No nonsense. Not serious.
Yeah.
No nonsense.
Yeah, he's definitely not.
Is it Pansy?
It is.
Yes. Okay.
The reason that I say that she wouldn't ride a dragon for fun is because she's so particular about how she looks. She would not willingly want to mess up an outfit or her hair or her nails.
True. I can see that.
I can see why you would say she would because that's where the more often than not comes into play.
Yeah.
Because she does have those moments where she lets loose and has fun. But, like, I feel like a dragon would be something she would just be like, I just got my hair done. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Or this is a new outfit. No.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
So now we've got Fairy and we've got me.
Yours.
left.
Yes, because you guys
Yeah.
hyperfixated on mine.
I know. Well, because, like, I only had a couple options left. So Dumbledore was on my short list. And then after she said Dumbledore, I only had Snape and Voldemort left. So I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, now we gotta figure out who the heck is
Then you
singing
were-
karaoke and is an
Is it a sunshine?
extrovert, but isn't necessarily sunshine.
I definitely wouldn't characterize them as sunshine.
I'm wondering what the clickety-clackety is.
Nothing you need to know.
Yet, anyway.
I so badly
Okay.
want to ask basic questions, like are they a student
I
of
know.
us or-
No basic questions allowed here, okay? I forgot the questions that I've asked Kira.
you
I
guys have-
definitely know that I asked if they identify as a problem, and you said no.
You guys have asked if they
And-
would
Oh,
willingly sleep
I
in
asked
the
if they would-
Forbidden Forest.
Forbidden Forest, yeah.
Yeah. if they give good hugs. And I feel like there was one more.
No, I think that's it, because I think that y'all hyperfixated on me after that. The hugs was the last one.
Maybe.
Okay, now who is
Maybe.
an extrovert?
I'm honestly surprised that you guys didn't get it already. Like, I feel like those answers.
Extrovert, but not a sunshine. Is it Bill?
No. I'm trying to think of questions to ask Kira to, like, narrow hers down.
Would this be Ginny?
Yes. She 100% would sing karaoke
Okay, yeah.
sober and own it.
Yeah.
But she's definitely not a super sunshine. Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, because you guys asked that, and I was like, well, she's definitely not grumpy.
Yeah.
Like, but she's also not, like, super bubbly and, like, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Kira, would you say your character is more bronze or brains?
Brain.
Brains. Okay.
Is it Lupin?
I almost want to retract my good hug statement, just because I feel like it might throw you off.
That might throw me off even more. Would you say your character has, like, a special interest that they could, like, talk about for hours?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it Luna?
Yes.
Yes! I had a thought from, like, the beginning that it was Luna, and then I was like, well, I gotta weed it out a little bit.
Yeah.
See, I was torn between Luna and Bill.
I had Neville, Luna, and Hermione left.
And the
So before
Forbidden
the special
Forest thing?
interest... Yeah, oh, yeah. I thought for sure, like, she to me is one that would just go,
Yeah.
no problem.
I
Right?
literally
So
wrote that little short fic of her wandering off into the Forbidden
Oh,
Forest.
Yeah.
I was like, she would 100% sleep out there, try to, like, catch some, like,
She would just follow
special
marbles.
creatures.
Mhm.
Yeah, like,
That's what
she
yeah.
would just be out there, like, observing. The
Yeah.
reason that I asked for, like, a scenario, because, like, I kept Neville, because I was like, oh, if there was, like, a specific plant that needed to be harvested at, like, moonlight
Midnight, yeah.
or whatever, like, yeah, like, he would stay out there. And, like, I could see Hermione staying out there in, like, a very specific scenario type thing.
Yeah.
But not, like, would voluntarily stay out there. So, like, no matter what the case, right? So, like, I had
Yeah.
Hagrid. Of course he would. Like, Charlie. Of course he would. And then Theo was also, like, maybe a super specific scenario type thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I feel like Luna would give good hugs.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure she would. That's exactly who I was thinking of when I asked that question.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I was getting
like,
worried that you guys were starting to lean into like a big burly hug or something. So I was like,
No.
No, I
nothing
did
like
keep
that.
Hagrid, right? Because
Yeah.
you said yes. But I
And the
looked at
bronze
Luna and I
one.
was like, she would give, yeah, that helped me. Because I was like, I had Hagrid and Charlie, Theo, Draco, and then Neville and stuff. And so then I was like, okay, if she says bronze over brains, then I'm down to just two, Charlie
Yeah.
and Hagrid. But if it's brains, then, I get rid of them. But like when I asked, do they give really good hugs? I was like, Luna would give the best hugs, actually. Very comforting. Okay. We want to
That was
transition
hard.
over to...
That
It was,
hard.
but
yeah.
it was fun.
yeah.
It
Made
was
us really
fun.
stretch our
Very
brains.
subjective.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I really want to see if like other people go down the like completely wrong paths like we have, and like have to start over too. I think it'll be fun.
All right. Well, guess who was chaotic? But it was fun breaking it down into fandoms. Next time we need to mix them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We did the brackets. I think that would be fun.
I was having a hard time like figuring out the like 12 people you would take from each, because I know for a fact in like Throne of Glass we haven't met a lot of like the kind of like main cast, right? Because like
Yeah.
there's a handful that I know of that like haven't been mentioned yet.
There's at least one person I know of that hasn't been mentioned yet.
I think there's Manon, and then
Oh,
there's
yeah.
like Lorcan.
3, then
Okay, who's the other one?
Rowan.
Rowan. Okay. Yeah, so there's at least 3 people, so like I think this is something that we can like come back to like kind of
Oh
over
yeah,
and over again because
100%.
like there's totally like different ways for us to do this, and like now that we kind of know how to play it, like it's a little bit
Yeah. And then we can like
easier.
redefine the rules a little bit. Like, okay, so like
Yeah.
I like the choices option in a way. I don't necessarily
Mhm.
like the very vague, like, I mean, in this case, like, would your character throw a drink in the barista's face if they got it wrong, if they got your order wrong?
Mhm.
That made sense because we had Nesta, Amarin, Amarantha,
Yes.
Andy,
Yes.
like, we had all those people, and like, I really feel like that would have worked for them.
Literally when I asked Fairy if her person identified as a problem, I was specifically thinking of like Ginny, Tonks, Pansy. Like they would identify themselves as a problem.
Yeah.
Like
Whereas,
you're
like, George and Fred and Sirius, they wouldn't.
yeah, like not. Yeah, so like there's some very specific like thought process that you have and like stuff like that, right? So
Yeah. I don't know. I guess
um
my brain just wasn't there today. I don't know, because I was struggling.
it is really
Struggling.
hard. Like thinking of some of them, it is kind of
I
hard.
know.
And like also like once you get down to like I don't know, your top 3 or 4, then it's like really hard to differentiate between those ones. And like as you can see, sometimes we were completely wrong.
Way off guard. Way off guard, off
Completely
guard,
wrong.
off guard. What the hell? Anyways, it'll be fun to do in the future once we get more characters and like once we read more books, like outside of Throne of Glass, and then we can kind of like bring in characters from all the books that we read. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, that'll be that's definitely a come back to game. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Um, if you
All the
guys,
things.
yeah, if you guys play Guess Who with us, let us know if you got our guesses right. Let us know if you can think of any more vibe questions for people. That would be really cool because we were struggling. We
Mhm.
were struggling. But yeah, anyways, thanks for tuning in. And yeah, have fun listening, I think. I don't know. It's awkward. Anyways, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.